Okay, let's continue with our discussion on multipole moments. We have already seen multipole moments, that is a dipole and quadrupole moment in the Cartesian coordinate system. We have also seen dipole moment in the uh, spherical polar coordinate system. Let us look at the quadrupole moment in the spherical polar coordinate system. Quadrupole moments are sometimes not very transparent and bit confusing. In the case of Cartesian coordinate system, we have seen that they have simply defined as outer product of the can be defined as outer product of dipole moment. Uh, Removed trace some time for the convenience, but in the case of polar coordinate, the definition is comes essentially from the expansion of potential in terms of the YLMs. So we have seen that the coefficients of these expansions are defined as multipole moments. So YLMs basically serves as a basis, and for given L we have m going from minus L to m. For L is equal to 2, we have essentially quadrupole moment. Let's quickly glance at the quadrupole moment in the Cartesian coordinate system. It essentially is the outer product, and trace is removed. For convenience, one can use with trace or without trace, but often people use without trace, that is Qij, as a basic definition of quadrupole moment. We try to relate them in the empirical polar case so that we can understand or visualize them in the both bases. So in the case of a quadrupole moment, when L is equal to 2, we have a quadrupole moment, and we have a m value going from minus 2 to plus 2, but we know from properties of spherical harmonics, not all of them are independent, and we have only three independent quantities. We could name them as conveniently, but let's go ahead with the first component, that is q star 2 0. One can define q 0 2 also. There is no uh, reason to do one way or other. So basic definition is given by density multiplied by r square. For all the quadrupole moment, r square should be there, and the base is function which we use is a spherical harmonics. Y0 20 is real. We can see from the definition of this that it is simply cos square minus some constant. So when we plug it in Q2 star 0, we can simply identify the cos square term here as a z prime. There should have been prime here. I am interchangingly not using them, so is to see that these are all the uh, coordinate in the source with respect to source where you define the moment. So it is not for the test particle. So after simplifying this, we simply get uh, Q2 or Q2 20 star as a Q33, the quadrupole moment. So it's just to remind that the Cartesian quadrupole moment is the outer product of dipole moment with trace removed. You should also think about this relation, how we have done with the P3 and Q10, and it is similarly acts as a z component of angular momentum, and so on. So let's visualize them. The visualize y20, which is essentially basis of the function. This is some number. Multipole moment is some number, but they essentially get multiplied by y20. So this is a plot of L is equal to 2, M is equal to 0 spherical harmonics. You can see that this is our understanding of the dipole moment. In the case of dipole, we have two type of dipoles. One is conventional dipole has two charges separated on the along the z-axis. Other one is a toroidal dipole, which comes as a Q11, and then this essentially looks like a combination of both, and you can see them with the various directions, and to give the impression that how the potential would look like without on a given r is equal to constant surfaces, and let's go on with the next component. Next component of quadrupole moment is a Q21. This you can get by integrating uh, with respect to the function y21. R square is a conventional and the density function. If you look at that, y21 spherical harmonic is not real. We have a cos theta, sin theta, and so on. We can expand them into exponential function and identify the Cartesian coordinate. Theta cos phi is a x prime, and sin theta sin phi is a y prime, and then we can substitute back and relate to the Cartesian quadrupole moment Q13 and Q23. There is a complex number there which comes in. So this essentially is a combination of two of these. So we have seen that we have used similar quantity in the dipole moment too, which comes because of some complex properties of angular momentum or the field living on the circle. So this essentially is a complex uh, quantity. So let's have a plot first with the absolute value. So we can see that it has a much more complicated shape. One need to visualize this, and we will come back to the potential a little later. This is just a value of YLMs with the absolute value I have plotted, just to give the impression how it looks, because this which contribute to the potential. On the other hand, when you look at the real and imaginary quantity, you would see that how would be your charge distribution would be contributing to the field. One can see them, the real and imaginary part, but this is only for the mathematical perspective. But when one plot the field, one would need the real uh, number, and that is what is the second independent component of quadrupole moment. Let's look at the last one, that is a Q star 22, and that is essentially integrated with respect to y22 spherical harmonics, and r square is for all the quadrupole moments, and density integrated over the volume. Let's look at the y22, which is also a complex. There is a sine square and 2 phi. The angle takes 2 rounds for a given phi, but we can again simplify by expanding the each of expanding the exponential function in terms of trigonometric function, then identify the various quantities here. One can look at expand the trigonometric functions and get the simple expression y is equal to the quantity is y prime minus ix prime, which we have similarly seen in the uh, quadrupole moment in the Cartesian coordinate system, and then we can substitute back and compute the Q2 in terms of the Cartesian coordinate system. Here the relation is much more complicated. We have seen the several terms contributing to this. More detail we will see when we see the how the potential looks like. Currently, let's visualize only y22 first absolute value. It looks like a completely a torus uh, and that essentially is the field, how or the potential which would look like if you have a pure quadrupole term, while the real and imaginary part would look very complicated. One need to combine them to obtain the field, and this is the real part. And the imaginary part would also look very similar, except it would have a phase of pi by 2. That is usually is what happens between the real field and imaginary field. So we have seen all the terms of quadrupole moment and visualized them, but it is not straightforward to understand. Let's in the next video I will show how the potential can be written them, and let's go over all the example which we have done in the case of Cartesian dipole quadrupole charges. So we will do same thing in the uh, spherical polar coordinate system and compare the both result to see how they look like before going to application of multipole moments.